This is Prime7 News at 6:30 with Madelaine Collignon.
Tonight, Adelaide Archbishop Philip Wilson found guilty of concealing child sex abuse allegations. A drunk driver's own dash cam records the moment he crashed into a Sydney home. The government has conceded its tax reforms are all but dead, with Pauline Hanson pulling support, and the personal and joyful portraits released to commemorate Harry and Meghan's wedding. Good evening. The most senior Catholic ever charged with concealing child sex abuse has been found guilty by a Newcastle court. Adelaide Archbishop Philip Wilson faces up to 2 years jail when he is sentenced next month.
His prayers and so many questions unanswered.
What's your reaction, Archbishop?
Adelaide's Archbishop Philip Wilson leaves court in Newcastle for what could be his last 4 weeks of freedom.
And Alex Hart joins us from St Mary's Cathedral in Sydney. And Alex, has there been any comment from the Catholic Church today?
Maddie, the only comment from the Catholic Church today has come via the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference. It put out a short statement noting that all along Archbishop Philip Wilson has maintained his innocence, but also adding, and I quote, "The Catholic Church has learned a great deal about the tragedy of child sex abuse and has implemented stronger programs, policies and procedures to protect children and vulnerable adults." Maddie.
Thanks, Alex. Alex Hart there in Sydney. Now tonight we can show you the moment a burning car smashed through a roller door in the Western Sydney police station almost 2 years ago. The driver has pleaded not guilty to endangering police on the grounds he's mentally ill.
Erupting in flames, then rolling forward, the car smashes through the underground car park of the Marylands police station.
Labor's Penny Wong has fired up, claiming it was offensive for a government minister to compare her to Pauline Hanson because of her Asian background. Finance Minister Matthias Cormann withdrew his comment, just as Ms Hanson withdrew support for the government's company tax cuts.
Labor's Penny Wong feeling deeply wronged.
Someone Asian? You're channeling Pauline Hanson.
That is confected outrage.
He's not confected.
Hang on.
And now for a look at finance. The Australian share market has endured its worst session in 7 weeks due to a broad sell-off of impacting banks, miners and Telstra. The telco shares are at a 7-year low following Monday's network outages, it says was caused by a software fault. And the Aussie dollar is up, buying 75.87 US cents. It's also up against the euro and the British pound. Sports up next, with the NRL denying claims the code is in trouble, and Roosters enforcer Dylan Napa opens up about collision with Corbin Smith. War of words has erupted over the controversial head clash in the Roosters-Broncos game last week. It started with Broncos coach Wayne Bennett saying Dylan Napa deliberately headbutted Corbin Sims. Napa denies it, saying it's totally false.
Dylan Napa requested to front the cameras to set the record straight.
To think that I would intentionally go out and try and break his jaw with my head is totally false.
LeBron James produced another dominant performance for Cleveland in Game 4 of their Eastern Conference Finals series against Aussie Aaron Baines' Boston. James scored 44 points to level the best of 7 series at 2-2. Well, Karl is up next with all your weather details, so don't go anywhere. And a big thanks to Monica at Warringah for this photo. If you've got one, we would love to see it.
Hello there, Karl Lijnders with a look at the national weather picture, having a look at the cloud-free nation at the moment. Other than that northwest cloud band trying to get going out of the Indian Ocean, it is clear right across Australia. We do have powerful swell though, running up the New South Wales coast, extremely large swell in excess of 7 metres coming back across the region from Friday, and that will hit the New South Wales coast, particularly on Friday into Saturday at this stage. Temperatures, some frost is likely to be a feature again across the northern and central tableland. and foggy skies even in towards later this week, particularly for mornings. But otherwise, it's clear sunny skies right through, tracking a powerful change on the west coast as we get towards the end of the working week, and that will traverse towards the east. And the potential for rainfall does increase, but it is looking a bit more marginal tonight. Some of the latest data supports now a cold front rather than a low pressure system we were showing in the local shows. So around the state tomorrow, we do have those hazardous surf warnings in force, gale and strong wind warnings also for all coastal waters up towards the Coffs Harbour region. Fine and sunny throughout. Adelaide tomorrow 17 degrees and partly cloudy. If you're heading up to Brisbane, 25 and sunny. 18 for Canberra, frost and fine. It's Melbourne 17 showers tonight. They'll be increasing again tomorrow with another cold front. Other than that, regional New South Wales is dry and partly cloudy, Maddie, as we track that high pressure system through. But big swell offshore certainly surfs up along the coast this week. See you soon.
We'll get details on that swell from you tomorrow. Thanks, Karl. Now, airport queues can make anyone go bananas, but a monkey at San Antonio Airport in Texas was fed up waiting to be picked up from the cargo area, escaping from his wooden crate. Dawkins, the macaque, was on the loose for almost 2 hours before being cornered in the baggage area. The monkey was tranquilised and put back in a cage. He's now safely on his way back to a wildlife park. Good to hear. And that's your news for tonight. Thanks for your company. I'm Madelaine Collignon. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and of course, I'll see you at the same time tomorrow.